Continuing the voice lesson. Okay. Start there again. Okay. Ready? Breathe.
The sweet birds of the springtime are singing again to me. They sing of the frozen river, piping soft and low, till I think I hear your footsteps dancing across the snow.
Sounds pretty good, actually. What do you feel next?
I feel like I still need to work on like putting in breathing.
Okay.
Because I sometimes feel like I'm running out of breath at the end of phrases. Like at the end of frozen
Where do you
rivers.
think this? Where should you breathe?
I guess after me, before they again at the bottom.
Yeah, that's a great place because there's rest.
Yeah.
It's great when that works out.
Yeah, I think I just need to remind myself to breathe.
Okay, let's try that. Starting at the sad measure, pick up to 14. Okay. Ready, breathe.
The sad, sweet birds of the springtime are singing again to me. They sing of the frozen rivers, piping soft and low, till I think I hear your footsteps dancing across the snow.
Good. Did you figure out another place to breathe in there?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Where do you think?
Probably after soft and low, somehow,
So.
because
They sing of the frozen rivers, piping soft and low. Think after that?
yeah.
Okay. And till I think I hear your footsteps dancing across the snow. So on that rest again, you think you can do that? Okay. Let's try that phrase, the till I on pickups into 30.
Okay.
And start that at that's so 14. Get up to that forte. Don't be scared of it. Just see what your voice does, okay? 1, 2, breathe.
Till I think I hear your footsteps dancing across the snow.
Good, and have that's going to come out, because that's in my lower range. Across the snow. Just don't back off from that breath and that those notes. Don't back off from those just because they're low. Just think, and they have to be piano. They'll come out just clear as day, even if you don't think piano and soft together necessarily. Okay. Try that again. Breathe.
Till I think I hear your footsteps dancing across the snow.
That was good. That was very good. I heard some vibrato in there too, which was very good. Good. Got the breathing in there. Okay. Let's look at this next one. What?
That's a very intimidating note.
The D?
Yes, the D.
Well, you're saying it at least 3 times already.
Oh, I know. It's still intimidating to look at.
And it's only a mezzo forte. You had to sing that D at a forte. Is that better or worse, do you think?
Honestly, maybe it's just the sharp that's scary, and the fact that it's, I don't know, you look at it and you go, oh my goodness. I don't know. Like it. Okay.
Trying to.
Just kind of the idea that it's held out,
Okay.
and it's after going to such a low note.
Oh yeah, that one's
Finding.
okay. I'm sorry. I was looking at this sheet again. So
It's
a
okay.
D sharp. Yeah. Okay. Well, luckily before this you can get a good like natural breath in,
Mm-hmm.
and then just so you have that really low across the snow. Breathe out. Kind of chill for a moment. Take that time and breathe. Sing, birds. And very, like, what word do you think, like, sing birds? You're telling the birds to sing. What,
Mhm.
like, you're being declarative, right?
Yeah.
Like, something that also helps, and do you ever plan on memorizing it? I know you don't have to for solo ensemble.
I can try, but it's been a while since I've memorized a song.
That's okay. I think it's always good to try, because
Mhm.
as long as you're trying, maybe it'll happen. And if you don't feel totally confident yet, you can still have the music in front of you, but you still know that music, so at
Yeah.
least you'll be more comfortable with it. Okay, so yeah, like throughout the song, like write in words that'll help you remember things, or pictures, like sing. You can write declarative birds or something. So, like, because you have to be declarative, but you're telling those birds to sing, okay? So why don't we do just across the snow, and then we go sing birds, okay?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Ready, breathe.
Across the snow.
Take the time. Breathe in.
Sing birds, sing songs of the springtime, sing high on the cherry tree.
Okay, just do that again. We'll just stay on this page. So just take that big breath and just pop it out. See what happens, okay? Ready, breathe in.
Sing birds, sing songs of the springtime, sing high on the cherry tree.
What do you feel like when you sing that E? Because that's even a little higher. What did you just do to sing that note?
I guess more support in the diaphragm. Just kind of, I pushed more. I pushed this song out.
Oh, okay. Try being free and singing it this time. Don't do any pushing. Just let, like, pop it out. You don't have to do any pushing. Just see what happens, okay? Start at the springtime on measure 43, okay?
Springtime, sing high on the cherry tree.
Good. How did that feel?
More airy.
More airy. Okay.
Mhm.
So you feel by pushing right now that you're kind of preventing that airy sound from happening.
Yeah.
Okay. What if you find like a happy middle between that, from being that free, loose, and from that push? Because also another thing that I see you do is, I'm already bent over anyways. This is good. So sing high. You right now you're going sing high. Whenever I sing high notes, I want to go sing high. Like sink myself into the floor almost. Try that this time. So go sing, go sing high. Try it, okay? Ready, sing, ready, go, sing high. I'll play it for you.
Sorry.
All the way up here. Good. Ready? Ready? Sing. Really good. Really dip down into it and just. Okay. Sing. How does it feel?
I don't know.
Feels a little awkward right now.
Yeah.
It's just another movement.
Yeah.
That's fine. But play around with that. Don't. I think the pushing isn't necessarily a good thing.
Okay.
Because when you're singing, like, okay, when you're just living, when you're talking, what is breath for you? You think about it?
No.
Okay. Now for singing, we kind of have to think about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But what happens when we normally breathe, when we normally just let ourselves? I want, for this next week, when you're like singing and stuff, be aware of what you do and like write down a few different things about what you think like moves like all in here.
Okay.
Like, and like just like it can be specific, like my ribs do this, or it can just be general, like I just like feel expanding, or just something like that.
Yeah.
Just be. It's cool if you're specific if you feel something, but otherwise just general things. But just explore that. But I think the pushing isn't necessarily the greatest for the sound, and also reaching for notes sometimes it messes with the mechanism of how we're built. So because kind of like we're built to be able to resonate that NG, so sing, we can do whatever. But if we're holding sing, you're moving around, and if you just keep that same sort of stance and that that be aware of what your body's doing. It doesn't need to for high notes go up. Sometimes I think when I was in high school, what they always said is go down for the high notes and go up for the low notes.
Okay.
Weird, but I think it allows your body to be more settle it with those notes. Okay? Let's try that one more time, and we'll go through the last page and we'll finish up. Okay? So we'll start there. Okay? Ready? Breathe.
Sing on the cherry tree. Sing of my love in the Northland, as my loved one sang to me. Hush, birds, the cherry and silence is melting a battle's song. The one whose dancing footsteps will never come. That's all.
Good. Where are you going to breathe for those? We'll just go over that
Okay.
quickly.
Probably after Northland again. Before As My Loved One sang to me.
Okay. Let me see that. Sing of my love in the Northland, as my loved one sang to me. Okay. Yeah. And oh yeah, that's good. I like that they have the built-in rest there, because it's very so. Hush, birds, and you can be really, very quiet there and supportive, but just use your articulators and get those words out. Okay.
Okay.
And then that breath is there on that rest, and you got another rest after that. I think you can get through that phrase to that rest. Probably that phrase to that rest. The endings shouldn't be too hard.
No.
You did breathe for this phrase from 71 to 74. Do you think you can make that? So,
I don't have the numbers on here.
okay. So this is for one who's dancing on the last page. It's a pickup to the second stanza on that page. So, for one who's dancing footsteps. You think you can make that right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, and like take the dynamics. Sometimes dynamics aren't. I think they're pretty much written throughout for both you and the piano. Sometimes it's written in the piano music, it's not written in the voice, and if you don't have any, you can follow those. I think adding those in is kind of the next step, because I think you have the notes down.
Okay.
So I think next week, if you make sure you solidify those breaths in those places and explore with that breath, see what's happening the entire time you're breathing, and add those dynamics in. And then I think also just think British. That show's speaking in British. Sing birds, sing songs of springtime. Just be articulate with it because it's English. I think you have a good start, and I think. What day was solo ensemble?
The 29th.
29th. So today's 10th, 17th, 24th. So you got 2 more times before that, and you got 2 more times with your teacher before that too. So that's good. So you got some time. Good. I do think you have a good start on it though. Okay. So kind of explore with that, and then I'll stop this.